We're going to be diving into self-growth, dating, relationships, spirituality. You guys can feel free to throw any questions down below, and we'll help you guys out. I've helped hundreds of men and women in my coaching practice transform their lives, so we're here to help you guys out too. Any areas of your life you're trying to advance in, grow, expand, answer some questions, gain some clarity, we could dive into it. Give some space to you guys. So, welcome in. Looking forward to answering everybody's questions today. Everybody who's jumping in that's new, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. And I'm looking forward to it, everybody. I'm looking forward to it. Alright, let's get some initial questions here. It's morning. It's evening for me. Welcome in, everyone. Any questions are welcome. Feel free to throw them down below. Self-growth, dating, relationships, spirituality. Throw some questions down below. We'll help you guys transform. We'll help you out to the best of my ability. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. We just started the live, so we should have a bunch more people joining us. For everyone who's just jumping in, welcome in. Welcome in. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. Welcome in. Who's got the first initial questions? I'll help you guys out. Who's got the first initial question? Self-growth, dating, relationships, spirituality. What do you think about an age gap relationship? How big is the age gap are we talking about? What exactly are we talking about here? What exact age gap? Brad, you have about 1 hour left to return my follow on IG. Well, we'll probably be on here for about an hour, so I'm not going to make it. About 4 years. I mean, are we talking to like 30 and 26 or much younger? Because that depends as well. My personal opinion. What's going on, Ellie? I'm okay. How are you? Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Looking forward to answering your guys' questions. 22 and 26. Yeah, that's fine. There's some very mature 22-year-olds. Need some help with something? I'm okay. I have a concert tomorrow night. What concert are you going to? I'm going to 2 concerts this weekend. Dose. 2 concerts. One by myself and one I'll probably go to with my dad. I feel stuck because I keep going back to the girl that keeps hurting me, but she keeps coming back. How is she hurting you? What's going on? You have a YouTube channel? Yeah, it's Mighty Brad. It's Mighty Brad. I got that from YouTube and the little thing above it. You're playing for an orchestra. Oh, very nice. That's beautiful. Jason said emotional. What about emotional? Can you give me a little bit more details here? That would be helpful. Self-growth, dating, relationships, spirituality. You guys can ask any questions down below. We'll give you some advice, some actionable, practical tools you can actually utilize in your life. I'm a life coach. I've helped hundreds of men and women transform their lives, so I come on here 7 days a week to help you guys out too. So let's get some questions here. What do you think is an ideal? Something that is worth working towards, something that you define as almost perfect. Oh, ideal number of friends if you're 20 years old? It's not really a number of friends, it's people that you feel connected to. If you have 2 or 3 people that you're like really solid with, you want some other like friends as well, but you'll be good for now doing that, but I'd also recommend just still reaching out to people. Is it worth shooting my shot with the same girl if I already got rejected from her? Probably not. She keeps playing with my feelings, then leaving and coming back, blocking me and everything. Yeah, she's playing games. You gotta ask yourself, what part of the game do you actually enjoy playing? That's why you keep playing it. What to do if a girl is obsessed? Well, what type of obsession are we talking about? Because sometimes you like it when a woman is obsessed with you. If she's clingy, I mean, again, it can get to a point where if she doesn't have a life of her own, that's when it gets dangerous. How can I get a woman? Establish what your values are and start some conversations, my friend. Is there a positive end of the games, genuinely? No. There's no positive end to playing games and relationships. You are two mature people communicating truthfully and honestly, or you're messing around and you're not taking it seriously. Gotta be open and honest. It's the only way to go. It's the only way to go. Where's the fun in that? It's actually crazy. Like, some of you guys think that playing games and relationships is fun. Do you know how fun it is to be genuinely loved by somebody who brings peace to your life instead of chaos? You think that's not fun? That is one of the most expansively beautiful experiences to ever have. But if you haven't experienced it, then you just convince yourself it doesn't exist. You really like her? I always think she'll change, but she never does. So do you listen to reality or do you live in delusion? These are your two options. Are you live on other apps as well? Yeah, we're on TikTok, YouTube. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Self-growth, dating, relationship, spirituality. Ask for some advice below. Thanks for the follow, Noah. Love you too, man. I think what's best is for me to let go. Do what's best for you. I know your lame blank is excited for the Odyssey. I actually am, because Christopher Nolan is one of my favorite directors of all time. I don't really care about the movie itself, but since it's directed by Christopher Nolan, I'm going to go and see it. Anything by Christopher Nolan is automatically amazingly good. So, I wasn't excited for Oppenheimer. I was like, there's no shot I'm watching a movie on that. And then I heard it was from Christopher Nolan. I'm like, all right, I gotta watch it now. On vacation, I'm scared about my girlfriend back home. What are you scared about? It's gonna be hard though. Sometimes the right decision is hard. Doesn't mean it's wrong. Sway, it's funny. Did you know 3? Oh my god. Yeah, these troll comments are wild. Brad, any advice for someone dating someone whose family hates them? Does the family hate you, or they just don't love you? Because hate is a very strong word. Why would they hate you? Like trusting. Why don't you trust your partner? What's going on? What is going on? Why don't you guys trust each other? About to ask out the girl of my dreams. Any pointers? Oh, girl of your dreams. Well, give her a little compliment. Tell her you think she's cute. I mean, have you talked to this girl before? Like, have you had conversations with her? Peter said, "How old are you?" I'm 22. Welcome in, everybody. Dad is somewhat blank, and Mom is afraid of him, so she sides with him. Okay. Well, that you can't change in somebody. So you get to choose if you're okay with dating her and her family viewing you like that, because that's not going to change. Clingy is not for me, but I feel most girls are. Any advice to make them slightly less interested? Oh my god. No, there's no way to make them slightly less interested. How does getting bullied young affect you? I can't quite notice. For me, I felt disconnected from myself, didn't feel like I was good enough, couldn't feel like I could connect with people or what I said mattered, so I would go quiet. Still something I'm healing from. Do you respond to DMs? I do. How do I get my upperclassmen softball teammates to like me as the only freshman on varsity? You don't get them to like you. You just ask some curious questions and start to have some conversations. Good question, Peter. I was diagnosed with depression at 13, dealt with it till I was 16. Have been studying this stuff for over 8 years and have absolutely transformed my life. And I've worked with hundreds of men and women in my coaching practice to transform their life, and most of them are older than me. So feel free to ask a question. Would love to help you out. I ended a relationship because I was insecure about my height and the girl was interested in me. So you sabotage the relationship because you're insecure and it had nothing to do with them. So now what are you going to do differently? I don't feel like talking about pain. Just being here helps, though. How are you? How am I? I cried like 16 times today. You have to talk about pain. You have to run through it. You can't pretend it doesn't exist. Keep yourself stuck longer than you need to. Do you think I should follow my own passion or follow my parents' footsteps? Follow your own passion. This is your life, not your parents'. Maybe it starts with your parents' footsteps and then transitioning to that. I don't know where you're at or what industry and stuff you're trying to go into. Emotional regulation is baseline for all personal development. Agreed. How do I let go? Because I'm going to have to force myself to leave. Well, you leave and you feel the pain and the loss and the grief. You're going to feel and you're going to think about her. Absolutely. You can't run away from that or convince yourself you shouldn't. You're going to, because you care about her. And it's okay to care about her still. But if she's treating you badly, you have to do what's best for you. Do you think there's more joy to not having everything figured out? Good question. I don't want to say there's more joy to not having everything figured out. I will say it's very creative, expansive, and uncertain. And you could look at uncertainty in your life as the biggest anxiety-inducing thing ever, which in some case it always will be in some capacity. And you could also look at it as like, all right, I'm uncertain. I wonder what's next. And there's a certain like creative curiosity to that can exist as well. Why is he suddenly ghosting me? Because he doesn't want to talk to you. That's why people ghost people. There's no purpose to life but that which I give it. If that's what you believe, then fair. I just hope you're applying the purpose in whichever way you deem fit. I feel uncomfortable around human beings. Well, no, you don't feel uncomfortable around human beings. You've felt uncomfortable around certain people that have treated you badly, so now you put everybody in that category, which is not fair. You're projecting onto people. I'm not saying you're wrong for that, but I am saying it's not going to help you or any of your relationships. Which is better? A relationship with a girl, but living a normal life, or being single and rich? Why can't you live a rich life in a relationship? Why would you have to settle like that? What would you say the purpose of life is? Anything you're curious about, run towards it. Figure it out. Give yourself space to expand, learn, love, and keep going. To get as many needs met as possible and to help as many people as possible. How to cope over despair over something you've tried to do many times. What is the thing that you're trying to do? How do I deal with arguments with my partner? What are you guys arguing about? Where do you get your chain? It was my father's. So I don't know where he got it. He just gave it to me. Now I'm with a girl. She's cute, but I think she's not interested in me. She sometimes leaves me unseen. Have you gone on dates in person before, or you're just talking online? I subbed to you, Brad. Appreciate you. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. My ex blanked me a lot. She blank and blank. Okay, that's a lot, Sahil. That's a lot. I can't talk about those topics particularly on here, but you could shoot me a DM about it. Love is conditional. Overdose of oxytocin. Emotionally dysregulated state. Yeah, you could say that and then never fall in love and convince yourself to try and be happy by yourself, or you could love. Just because love is conditional doesn't mean that you shouldn't do it. But I think like love for your family, that's not really conditional. And your children, that's not really conditional either. But romantic relationships, I think it starts conditional and then it can become unconditional. Most optimally. About smoking, trusting each other, mental health. What don't you trust each other with? I remember you said you were going to see a concert last time. Oh, I didn't forget. I'm going to see Toto and then Noah Khan. Yeah, I do think unconditional love exists, but it usually doesn't start off unconditional. What should I do? My ex went into a rebound relationship. Should I move on? That's a clear sign that she doesn't want to get back with you, so absolutely. She chose somebody else. Is watermelon good for my life? I love watermelon. She still says I have feelings for you and she wants me. What should I do? She got into a rebound relationship and now she's saying she wants you? Yikes. Yeah, I don't know. Do you want to be a second option? What qualifies? Are you going to see Toto at PNC Bank Arts Center in Homedale, New Jersey? That is exactly where I'm going to see them. What qualifies? What qualities or signs make you think a man would be a good husband? Good question. He's in tune with his values. He's has or is starting to craft a deep vision for his long-term life. He can work through issues with you. He can hold space for you. And again, this is not the perfect experience. Like you guys, maybe he's still got stuff he's working through, and you got stuff you're working through. You do it together. But wait, I live 10 minutes from PNC. No shot, Ruby. That's crazy. I'm like 15 minutes from there. But yeah, you guys have like a shared aligned vision. Do I take a break from dating and chasing girls? Well, dating and chasing girls are two separate things. You can date without chasing people. Is me venting too vulgar? Oh no, I'm fine with it. It's just certain like topics I'm not allowed to talk about. Are you Christian? I'm not. Let's see. Everyone throw your question down once. I'm seeing a lot of people throw your question down like 5 times, and it's very inconvenient to see the other questions if you spam your comment, so please don't do that. Throw it down once, I'll get to you. What's going on, Molly? I'm just going through a lot since me and her were together for almost 2 years. She's a very avoidant person. I mean, what do you think about the situation? What's the difference between a life coach and a psychologist? Well, I don't deal with diagnoses. I don't diagnose people. I help everyday people transform their lives. How many spinning wheels do you have? Just one. This one and actually like a small one. But just 2. Alright, we gotta mute this guy. So he just keeps commenting the same. Those of you guys that are commenting the same question, I'm gonna mute you. So please stop. You guys have to be respectful. Just muted one person. Johan, stop spamming the same comment. Karan, stop spamming the same comment. How do I start living for myself after the breakup? I still love her, but I feel lost. You keep living your life. You're allowed to still love her. When you answer DMs, I just sent one. Sounds good. My base is in Asbury Park. I am familiar. My girlfriend of 3 years found out about my wife of 5 years. Yeah, you're chopped. You're cooked. Hey, Brad, how's your evening? Yeah, it's okay. How was yours? Can you tell me more about the law of attraction and assumption? If you assume something to be true, it doesn't necessarily make it more true. It could make it more likely if you're actually putting in the work to get there. I'm overthinking. What do I do? What are you overthinking about? I know I already asked 2 times, but I would really like you to ask about religion, promise, no regret. So ask a question. Do you believe in second chances? Depends on what it's for. If somebody cheats on you, no second chance. But yeah, do I believe in second chances? It depends on what it's for. What if a man claims he loves you and gives you everything you've ever needed, but has a roster? He loves you. Is this a guy who you're in a committed relationship with? What helped you keep moving with life after your worst breakup? Oh, I'm currently going through it right now. So, still working hard. Intentionally having more fun. Doing things alone. And allowing myself to cry and to feel bad as much as I need to feel it. I'm not a part of a particular religion. Is a girlfriend texting her ex cheating? I wouldn't say it's cheating, but it's borderline. Olaf from Miami. How to rebuild confidence after a health crisis. 6 months, brain aneurysm survivor. Well, congrats, Nancy. I hope you're doing good now. How to rebuild confidence. What are you trying to build in your life right now? What's priority? That'll give me some more clarity here. Oh, thanks, guys. Thank you. Yes, I'm good. I feel bro. Okay, yeah. So this is interesting. Feeling broken does not equal being broken. You're not broken. Maybe you had some you had some setbacks. Trying to scale your business. What business do you run? Brad, are you familiar with Deal? Yeah, it's where all the it's where the rich people live. Emma said, "I'm sorry you feel broken, Brad." I don't think I said I feel broken. Is that a YouTube play button? No. It's from YouTube, but it's not a play button. I don't have that many subscribers. He genuinely loves me. He's always there, but he's cheated. So is he actually always there for you? I mean, do you care about that? What's going on, Sharky? How you been? I work in medical tourism, helping patients with healthcare decisions. Very nice. Okay. What's your priority of how you're going to scale it? Ruby said banned. Wait, what do you mean banned? I'm in okay. Found out some pretty big news. Good news or bad news? I'm planning on starting a new life. Do you have any advice? I mean, what are you trying to start over? And do you really need to start over, or are you just starting from where you are now? What should I do if someone spammed me because I wasn't on my phone? Set a boundary. Please don't spam me. What band are you going to see in PNC? Oh, I'm going to see Toto. And I have a concert with my band in South Jersey next weekend, next Friday. My comments keep moving. What's going on, everyone? We've been together for 6 years. He was on a boys' trip. I need advice. I love him. Well, he was on a boys' trip, okay? Did he do something on the boys' trip? What, are you just worried? Like, what are you... What's the question? Reach back out to my network, but I'm embarrassed. Embarrassed about something you can't control? About an immense challenge that you went through and overcame? That's a beautiful experience. Not that you had to go through it, but that you've made it through. Thanks, Lipidol. Thoughts on dating in college when you were dating in high school? Why not? Good but scary news. Oh, that's good. Does someone that lied about corn right after I expressed my boundaries about that, do they care about me? Yeah, it doesn't mean they don't care about you. It just means they might be struggling with it and feel a good amount of shame around it. So it's hard for them to express. That's exactly what it was for me. What helped me, I didn't overcome it instantly. It took some time, and I think I relapsed like 2 times. But in my last relationship, what really helped me is like telling her that I was watching it. Um, so she could hold me accountable, I could hold myself accountable. And then it started to work. How have you been? Busy? Very busy with lots of things. Lots of things. Um, what are you drinking? Oh, it's Olipop. It's like healthy soda. As healthy as soda could get, I guess. What's wrong with corn? I love corn. Well, corn actually, on the most basic level, provides no nutritional value to your body. There's not really any point of doing it. Actually, Friday I can't. It's Shabbat. Good luck. Yeah, it is Shabbat. Thank you very much, Ruby. I'm not in Homedale. I'm not gonna say exactly what town I live in, just because I don't know who else is on here, and I don't trust everyone that I don't know. But I'm like 15, 20 minutes from there. Ruby, feel free to Instagram is Mighty Brad Official. There's no DM option on YouTube, so Instagram is Mighty Brad Official. TikTok is I think Mighty.Brad. So if you want to shoot me a message on there, feel free to do so. Alright, we're not talking about politics. Any books you can recommend? Change Your Thoughts, Change Your Life by Dr. Wayne Dyer. I like Are You Dreaming by Daniel Love. That's a little bit more niche. The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Where's... Yeah, it's probably up there. It's probably up there. Why don't you tell us what town you live in? Talking from experience. Lipidol, you're the best. I still don't know if I did the right thing by getting divorced. How do I know? You already do know. You just need to give yourself some more space for it. Your intuition has the answer. Life sucks right now. Me and my wife are splitting, and I feel like she hates me. Oh no, that's not good. Why are you guys separating? What about The Subtle Art? Oh, The Subtle Art of... I actually haven't read it. I like Mark Manson, though. He cheated on the boys' trip together. Oh, jeez. Oh, God. Yeah, you... How are you gonna trust him? Do you trust him? Here's what I'm gonna say. Men and women that are serious about their long-term partner would never cheat. Like, if you can't fathom losing that person, like, never put myself in a position to do that. Doesn't mean I don't ever travel with my friends or anything like that. Doesn't happen often. But, bro, you think I'm getting influenced to do something like that to compromise the most beautiful relationship of my life? Absolutely not. I keep wanting to run away with road trips because it keeps me distracted. There, I said it. Good. You made it known. Yeah, I thought I wanted to run away from where I live and go to Europe. Then I did. Then I didn't want to run away anymore. Have a good night. See you soon, Ruby. What's the purpose of life in your opinion, my friend? To create it. Or it could be getting closely connected to God, religion, passion, play, creativity. How can I tell what my intuition said? It guided your decision. Do you think being self-centered is bad? Only if it gets to the point where you're like, you think you're better than other people. But no, showing up for yourself authentically, and most of the time, is important. Mark, appreciate the gift. Oh, look at that! I got a little, what is this called? Birthday hat? Let's go. Thanks for a great answer. Hey, Mark, feel free to subscribe. Oh, it just went away. Was I lagging for you guys? The whole animation lagged for some reason. So do I leave him? I don't know, N. Do you trust him? And I wouldn't just say leave him or don't leave him. This is an intricate conversation. If you want to shoot me a follow and a DM about it, we can have a much deeper talk about it. Yeah, I've heard the saying with cheating, if you're debating another person, you never love the first. Yeah, I think I saw that like post like today or something. Um, to top it off, after I forgave him, he proposed to me. What? What? Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't see the gift. Oh, it was over on YouTube. Um, Emma said you have a dad. I do have a father. Um, I can't comprehend naming a whole tiny human. I could barely name my pug. Yeah, you'll be able to do it. You'll be able to do it. It won't be tiny forever. I do trust him. I've trusted him for 6 years. He's never betrayed my trust. So why did he do it now? Yeah, and to top it off, I think she's secretly trying to get back together with the baby's potential father. Oh, so it's not even... So she cheated on you. Your wife cheated on you? Is that what I'm hearing? And it was a fat ring. I said, yes, I'm just a lover girl. I'm going to hope that you're not being serious about this. I'm just a lover girl after he just cheated on you. Are you kidding me right now? Are you serious? My ex has a new boyfriend after only 1 month of breaking up. I feel like blank. Any advice? Yeah, that's really tough to experience. Your ex is disconnected from themselves. They refuse to feel the pain of the relationship and process it, so they have gotten into a new relationship to cope with that pain. Or maybe they genuinely processed it and now they're happy with someone else. I don't know. I don't know how long you guys were. If you guys were together for like 4 months, then I guess you don't need much time to process it, but... What do you think about my fashion skills? I didn't see them. Well, basically she said it just happened and she froze. No, that's no. We can't do the high school excuses anymore. I was at a party. I'm so sorry. I cheated on you, babe. He just like approached me and put his lips on me, and I just didn't know what was going. What do you mean you didn't know what was going on? You guys are married. You know exactly what's going on. Shallow, feel free to shoot me a follow and a DM about this because this is going to be a deep conversation. I've been single all my life and I'm 27. What should I do? Start dating. Start getting yourself out there. Do you want to do the Boston briefcase together? What is that? Boston's not that far from me. And it wasn't the last time. It happened 3 times when we were together. Oh, jeez. That's not good. Weren't together long, but we were best friends for a year. Feels like it was too easy for her. Why'd you guys break up? That's what happened on the boys' trip. Oh my god, men are all the same. She was all over him, apparently. Well, it's not that all men are the same. There's a dude in the chat saying that his wife just did that to him. It's men and women both. Hey, Brad, defend... Hey, defend men, Brad. Oh, don't worry, I already did. Maybe the live's lagging for you. How to cope with uncertainty in life. How to deal with the stress. Control the things that you can control. The things that you are certain about. Keep those in the back of your mind. But the uncertainties, is there anything that you can control? Or is it like you're in full surrender? Because that stuff. I don't understand why do people cheat. If you don't like the person anymore, why not talk and leave? Because some people are immature and disconnected from themselves, and they'd rather have their cake and eat it too. Meaning, like, I want to come home to somebody every night, but also have new, fun, novel experiences. Like, alright, you want to have an open relationship? I don't support them. Be my guest. Do whatever you want. But if you're not in that, it's one of the most dysfunctional things to possibly do to cheat on somebody. Genuinely. They were all her exes. Did she talk about her exes when you were in your relationship? How can I face pain instead of wanting to run away? Cry. Go to the gym. Lift weights. Punch your pillow. Not the wall. What if his mother can't stand me? You're saying, how does his mother can't stand me? He just cheated on you. Why are we talking about his mother? It has nothing to do with his mother. I don't know why we broke up. We were happy. She said she couldn't live without me even after we broke up. Oh, jeez. I can't stand that. I genuinely, it's really, that's so frustrating. You broke up. You were happy. And she said after you broke up, I can't live without you. Oh, God. Oh, no. You even have another conversation about this? My situationship is crazy. What's going on? What if it partly depends on your action and you're worried what to do? Well, Jam, let me know what the action could be, and I might be able to help you guide yourself to the right decision. What do you think about living without friends? I think you don't have friends right now. That's okay, but I wouldn't just say I'm just not going to have friends. But doesn't him proposing mean he's serious? No, that means he's doing everything in his power to not lose you after he really messed up. Cheating on you? Marry me? That sounds like a sure equation. Like, let me just avoid all accountability. And sorry is enough? Sorry, here's a diamond ring, spend the rest of my life with me, and I'll probably cheat on you in 2 years again. And then 2 years after that, and then I'll just keep doing it. My cousin quit university, and he's ghosting me. I hope you're doing well, by the way. Thanks. Sophie, you can't control what people do and what they say. If they don't want to talk to you, they don't want to talk to you. But are they, like, going through maybe a rough patch, and they're kind of isolating themselves from everyone? Long-term relationship can't stop fantasizing and lusting after other women. Great question. Here's my question to you. How connected are you to your long-term relationship? Because here's what I'm going to say. I'm not 100% convinced monogamy is like 100% biology, and that's like the only thing humans want to do. That's why we're still attracted to other people. It's different for men and women in certain cases. But look, you're going to find other people physically attractive even if you love somebody so much. Let's just get that obvious stuff out of the way. But constantly fantasizing about them is a different story. How connected do you feel to your guys' intimate life? And also sometimes that lust is just like a coping mechanism for your own personal problems that has nothing to do with the relationship. In regards to fixing uncertainty. I didn't get the previous part of it. People cheat because they're immature. Very childish thing to do, yep. She's doing it again if you remember me from the beginning. You mean from 20 minutes ago, Jason? I'm sick of failing in every friendship. Why do you think you're failing? So as a man, you'd say he'd probably cheat and he doesn't want to leave me? I mean, if he cheated on you once, he could always do it again. You guys were together for years. Anxious, thanks for the gift. I haven't seen you in a while. Welcome back. Yeah, Shallow, I see your comments. I just can't say those words on here. Definitely feel free to shoot me a follow and a DM about it. At what age do you feel like you attained maturity for a relationship? Me personally? Probably like actual long-term relationship? 20. Borderline, like 18 to 19. Thanks for the gifts. I have a friend, she's really weird and getting jealous from anyone, so I blocked her. I don't know if I'm wrong. I mean, did you have a conversation with her? I'm not good with time. Bro was in here 20 minutes ago and goes, yo, do you remember me from last time? It's been 20 minutes. I do think he's isolating and avoiding everyone. I just hate that I can't do anything for him. Yeah, it's really tough. You can show up as authentically as you can for the people that you care about. It's up to them to accept that invitation. If they don't, then they don't. Doesn't him being scared to lose me mean that he loves you? And I'm not sitting here and saying this man doesn't love you. Like, you've been together for 5 or 6 years. He cheated on you. It was on a boys' trip. Classic, right? I'm not saying he doesn't love you at all. But what I am saying is, like, is this something you can forgive? Is it something you want to forgive? Like, a firm boundary of mine is, like, if a girl ever cheated on me, no matter how much I love you, I know I will never forgive you for that. Like, I will with time, and, like, I'll be able to let go of it, but, like, be with you? Absolutely not. No exception. You making me look... Hold on. My comments are moving. Oh, no, I'm not trying to make you look dumb. I was just joking around. Yes, but she's ignoring all the talk I was trying to talk to her. Alright, yeah, she doesn't want to talk to you. She doesn't want to talk to you. Yeah, and feel free to shoot me a follow. Would love to dive into it deeper. It's a very intricate conversation. What's going on, Jackson? You can forgive and still break up. That you can. Yeah, it's tough. 6 years and you gotta start all over. It's a very daunting reality to face. Accepting a cheater just messes up with your mental health. I believe that too. Have another question? Sounds good. But seriously, she always has a negative action. I don't know, did you think it was the right thing to block? I mean, if she refuses to have a conversation with you, I mean, I'm not sure if you needed to block her, but definitely creating some space for sure. I feel I failed myself because I'm making choices my younger self said I never would do. Ooh, interesting. So what decisions would you make instead? How can you start to live more authentically to yourself? Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Have a nice day. Yeah, you're feeling really stuck because you're making those decisions. I am not Christian. I'm also not that. Any tips on how to improve active listening? Ask curious questions and stop talking. And pay attention. Why might everyone I meet at some point hate me with no reason? That's an impossible thing. Nobody hates anybody for no reason. That doesn't happen. Do you think forgiveness is necessary to heal? I do. I do think forgiveness is necessary to heal. If you're constantly holding on to hatred or resentment, you don't ever fully heal. You're always holding on. I've been in situations like that. The guy who blocked the jealous girl. They don't really change. It won't stop until they drain all your energy. Yep. People who drain your energy and bring you chaos, not peace in your relationships, they're not the people for you. For the first time, I feel like I can't forgive someone. What are you trying to forgive them for? Guess how many ultrasounds the other dude has been to? I don't know. I don't see a reason why it might have happened. There's always a reason. Even if you don't understand the reason, there's always a reason. It's very hard to not know what that reason is because your brain just searches for the answers, and sometimes you can't find them. So the best thing you can do for yourself is go for your passion and not love people. No, you should love and go for your passions. You should do both. Then you ignore me? This friendship might not last long? Oh no. I lip it all, I didn't see your question. What's the point to live if we die one day? Well, because you're here now. So you might as well experience it. If it lasted forever, it'd almost lose its purpose, because you'd be experiencing everything a billion times over. Makes it so much more crazy that we don't have much time. What's going on, Marina? How are you doing? Yeah, of course, Jason. Welcome in, everybody. Die one day. What do you mean? Solid advice. Forgiveness heals the one forgiving. Hey, I'm good. Same old stuff again with him. We knew this. That we did. Marina, would it be worth it for us to have another conversation? Would you recommend to a young man who struggles to break a bad habit? You have to replace it with a good habit and first understand why the bad habit is there in the first place. Maybe you're running away from a certain pain. I didn't find a job and my dad doesn't want me to get a job. How old are you? See you soon, Rumi. Thought you left a while ago. Tired of my job, feels like I'm wasting my potential. I think I should quit. Well, you could look for another job and get that job and secure it first before you quit so you still have income coming in. JJ, you're 22 and he doesn't want you to get a job. What are you doing right now? I experienced narcissistic blank. Don't really know how to forgive them for destroying my reality. They didn't destroy your reality. You're living in reality right now. Even if they severely hindered it at points. You're still living in reality right now. Don't forget about that. Yeah, I mean, look, if you experience it at that level, you're not going to forgive them overnight or within a week or a month. It's going to take some time. Break this circle of bad habits. What if the only one you need to forgive is yourself to truly heal? You have to forgive yourself and the other person. Well, depending on what the thing is. JJ said mostly crying. Okay, what are you crying about? There's no shot we have a recruiter in the chat right now saying, have you ever thought about serving for your country? There's no shot. No shot. Do you think being dramatic is holding people back? Neuroji, biggest turnoffs for women. Egotistical. You want to be connected to yourself, but not egotistical. Lack of accountability, lack of trust, not having any values, not being kind for her, not flirting with her, not acknowledging your sexuality and integrating it. Lots of stuff. He gets mad I'm always working. If we lived together, problem solved, but bought a house with his mom, you know? Yeah. But I don't think that's your only problem here. He's also 38 and I'm 22. Does that change your perspective? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yeah, I don't buy it either, Lipital. I don't buy it. Yeah, Marina, totally up to you. If you want to shoot me a text, we could set up a call for next week. Dive into it. Feel like I could actually punch a wall? Yeah, don't punch the wall. Just punch your pillow. I don't hate her, but I'm tired of acting like nothing happened. So don't stop acting. Be real. Brother, you didn't answer the question. Oh my. Eric, you're the GOAT. Eric's a legend. No actions, no ring shopping, no house shopping. It's not about ring shopping or house shopping. This is about addressing the relationship problems. There should not be ring or house shopping until the relationship problems are solved. What's the most healthy way of venting? Where you're able to express how you feel without like going on a tangent unnecessarily. Like talking about how you're angry without like listing off 15,000 reasons as to why you hate them so much. It's just like, hey, like they did this and made me feel really, really stuck. Just making out like everything is my fault. Well, yeah, that's classic people who can't take accountability. and they just try and make everything your fault. You're ghosting me. My bad, JJ. I'm ghosting you. How can I get rid of social anxiety? Good question, Sally. Don't try and talk to everybody at once. Tomorrow, just walk past someone and say, hey, enjoy the rest of your day. Keep walking. Make eye contact for 2 seconds. You realize people aren't that scary. Then you start a little small talk conversation. Then you start, getting into the depths of it. So start very small. And feel free to shoot me a follow and a DM about it. We could always see where you're at personally and do it. Or give you some advice there. I know, but they can't be. That's just what I wanted to mature and level up, but he won't. It takes 2 people. Tips on what to do when you feel like being disliked by a major percentage of people. Why do you think they dislike you? Why do you think I'm lying? Should I join your live and show you my ring? It's normal. Alright, well, maybe I believe you. Is it common in your culture for people to cheat? I've talked to a decent amount of people who live over there, and it seems like cheating is a pretty big culture there. What do I do when I struggle to maintain discipline, trying to go to the gym, and being healthy daily? Okay, trying to go to the gym and be healthy daily. Start smaller. If you tell yourself you're going to go to the gym for an hour, just go for 25 minutes. Start smaller. Put the clothes on the side of your bed right in the morning. Whatever you need to do to get there. I was so stoked to be a dad. Well, you still can be. Just with somebody else. I don't know what else to do to mature. I just work, communicate. I don't know what's wrong now. Well, it's not you. Cheating is never normal. I have no idea why they dislike me. One side I think I'm too much to handle. On the other side I feel I'm lame. Okay, well, what's the evidence behind why you would be lame? Or why you would be too much to handle? What's the evidence behind it? Is self-hatred a good motivator for change? No, because you'll still hate yourself, which is not the goal we're going for. It's out of love. It's, hey, I'm not where I want to be. I want to be the best version of myself, and because I love myself so much, I want to start to improve. That's a much more powerful place to create from. How do I get over the fact that my parents made me break up with my boyfriend? How old are you? Should I wait till December? I said proposal by New York City Christmas would be nice. Oh my god, Marina. Marina, I'm just going to say this as somebody who cares about you. You're not gonna like me hearing this, me saying this. I'm not sure I would be happy for you if you got engaged this December. I know that sounds messed up to everybody, because not everybody knows Marina's situation. Not that I don't want you to be happy, of course I do. But I'm not sure this would end the way that you want it to. I dress differently than people. That's fine. I'm not moving in with the house. Okay, Anna, you're 16. I mean, unfortunately, you're under your parents' roof. Why did they not let you talk to him? Don't worry, my friends. Wouldn't be happy either, or a family. That's saying something. It's saying something. I say I'm running away, but I also have 2 more road trips planned. I can't stop. Well, road trips aren't bad. Just, you keep running away from yourself, and you don't find if you're not finding yourself by doing it, then you gotta try something else. My best friends are leaving me out because they said I don't fit in with their content. Any advice? What content? What are we talking about here? I haven't loved myself like a whole adult since the 9th grade, and I'm 24. Shallow, I'm going to say it one last time because I don't want to pressure you here. Shoot me a follow and a DM because you got a lot of stuff to dive into. I'd love to dive into it with you. All because he doesn't have a job or his permit yet? Yeah, that's strange. Women are taking over you. I don't know what that means. I feel like every compliment I get is just pity and not how actually people feel about me. What gives you that idea? Ella, is it reality or is it your projection of reality? I don't know where to find new people. He's like 28. He's older than me, but I'm getting too old. How old are you now? You're like mid-20s, right? Too old for a soulmate? Not too old. "26. Okay. Where do you find people? Coffee shops, library, work, anywhere. There's no right or wrong place to meet people. I genuinely, believe that. I met certain people through friend of a friend, school, work. My last relationship, I approached her at a coffee shop. Found my wife on Facebook dating. Could use dating apps. I've never gotten success there, but I also never really used it extensively. Never dated anyone with an ex before, or a body's help. Well, I wouldn't be too concerned on if they've slept with anyone before. It's more about what is their relationship to their past and what is their past. Because if they had one long-term relationship, you can't blame them for that. How long were you in your relationship, if you don't mind me asking? My last one, 1.5 years. Do you have private sessions? I do, Nia. I work with people, do weekly sessions, bi-weekly, monthly. My wife had about almost 10 before she met me. Yeah, I usually, if it's over 2 or 3, I'm it's a no-go for me. Yeah, they never had exes. I have 2 long-term relationships. Now, WTF, I don't know how to date someone. I mean, something you would encounter if you were to encounter it. Maybe they wouldn't have an ex, who knows? Since my parents do have money, they always say that I need to work if I don't have to. You need to work, is that what you said? I feel like if I have confidence, then people would feel I'm not humble enough. Ellis, definitely feel free to shoot me a follow. We'd love to see you back in here. But no, people don't automatically equate confidence to being egotistical and you're not humble enough. If people are disconnected from themselves and they're doing the bare minimum in life and you're doing anything above that, they'll probably feel jealous and say that maybe you're egotistical, but it doesn't mean that you are. There's a balance between confidence and being humble. Don't need to. I mean, maybe you wouldn't have to, but do you want to? Would I ever go on Love Island? That's a crazy question. I would have never expected somebody to ask me this question. Would I ever go on Love Island? My answer is no, because I'm 95% certain I would not find love there, because everybody there has 0 brain cells. And also, the type of behavior that I'd need to engage in would be entertaining, but I would never, my future wife would never do something like that. So I'd expect my future wife would never expect her husband to have done something like that. So my answer is no, I wouldn't go on Love Island. If I had I don't know how many brain cells we have as human beings. I haven't done research on that. Let's say you have 150 total brain cells. If I had 50, then I'd probably do it. But that's a crazy question. Would you ever go on Love Island? So that's a good one. It's a good one. I did a whole video on Love Island on YouTube. How to start journaling, pen, paper, reflection prompt specifically, or here's how I feel, here's what I'm processing, here's where I'm feeling stuck. No right or wrong starting place. That's the place to start, Nia. Feel free to shoot me a follow. How do you control your sadness as well as you have right now, given that you also lost someone? How do you control your sadness? I don't control my sadness. My sadness comes up and I give it a space. I don't push it down anymore. I don't control my sadness at all. It comes up at random times. I was in the gym this morning, crying. How many people were in the gym? Pretty packed. Crying. In my car, driving, 70 miles an hour. Crying. Sitting in my car, crying. Sitting in a coffee shop, borderline crying. Dude, I don't control my sadness. It comes up, and I let it out. See you soon, Lipinol. How to overcome social anxiety? You have to slowly talk to more people, not all at once. And over time, you get more comfortable. Self-love is important before loving someone. Yep. I would watch Love Island just if you went on it. Thanks. Well, I don't think I'll ever be on Love Island, so who knows? Who anything's possible. Yeah. Okay, but this relationship. Hold on, my comments moved a ton. This relationship 5 years long. How would I even go to someone after that? It would take some time. Best advice for someone trying to find themselves: experiment with new things. Say yes more. Discover the deepest parts of yourself. Go on walks. Give yourself space. Reflect. And also, just go do random things. Like, go play pickleball. I know it's something very basic. As many possible new events you hear about, just go. Talk to people. You're walking down the street. Go and talk to someone who looks interesting. Talk to them. How do you realize a new relationship is good after 20 years with a blank? Good question. Luis, if they were narcissistic, you're with them for 2 decades, how do you go to a new relationship that's good? Well, they're not going to be anything like your ex-partner, unless those are the people that you just attract, which is possible. You have to reflect on, what part of you was attracted to that toxicity, because there was a part of that. And until that's addressed, you might find this person in somebody else. Whoever, Ulila, I know someone was commenting the same thing over and over again. Trying to get back. That's a repeated comment. That's also a repeated comment. Stop spamming this. Yeah, Ulila, stop spamming the same comment. I'm low-key skipping over certain things because I can't even see them. A lot of my accomplishments are so small. Well, you're saying that they're small. But what if they're bigger than you think they are? Have you ever thought about visiting the Middle East? I was gonna go to Israel, and then I decided not to because I don't really trust the political state of the world at the moment. What can be the reason where a person's social battery as a child was better and now you're introverted? You've been hurt by people. Or you just stopped talking to people. So you got to start getting yourself out there a little bit more. Alright, I think I'm at the bottom of the questions. If you guys don't have a serious question, don't throw it down below. How do you know if you should be proud of yourself for things that come easy to others? Because it didn't come easy to you. You don't have to compare yourself to other people. It's not that you should be, be proud of yourself. You did it. Be proud of yourself for everything, anything. It doesn't have to be big. Give yourself credit for the small things. That's what most people are missing. That's why we're so unhappy. Is committing to exclusivity the same thing as asking someone out? It's similar. I mean, I think there's no point of saying we're exclusive. I mean, I guess you could before you're in a committed relationship. I mean, it's just more of a conversation. Like, hey, are you seeing anyone else? No, I'm not seeing anyone else. All right, cool. We're on the same page. Welcome in, everybody. If we're sad all the time, how do we know if we're actually progressing after the breakup? Well, the sadness doesn't last forever. But there's no exact timeline for it either. Just like happiness. When you're happy, you don't know when you're going to start not feeling happy anymore. Gotta ride it out. Alright, we're gonna mute this guy. How do I control me lashing out? Well, the thing you're lashing out about is probably like some deep pain that you're not processing and it's just infecting itself there. So what is the thing that you haven't addressed that's on a deep basis? Self-growth, dating, relationships, spirituality. Throw any questions down below. Appreciate the gift. My crush rejected me, but I still think there's a chance. Why would there be a chance if they said that they didn't want to? Favorite movie? Probably like, I really like Inception. There was another movie. Why is it? Oh, probably the second Matrix movie. No offense, but I like it when you say you cry. It helps knowing I'm not alone. Yeah. Yeah, I cried so much today. I'm probably going to cry again before I go to bed or while I'm going to bed. And who knows? We'll see. If I got my... Shutter Island is very good. Shutter Island is a good movie. What are good ways to get rid of sensitivity and just feel strong when something bothers you? You don't get rid of sensitivity. You're a deep person. You don't get rid of sensitivity. I'm a very sensitive person. It's about like not taking things personally if it has nothing to do with you. That's what it's about. Being able to discern between that. But no, you're a sensitive person. That's going to be something to accept about yourself. Whoever needs this, you are seen, heard, loved, and valued. Beyond measure, God's got you. Thanks. Yeah, Riley, you could shoot me a DM. I did a whole lecture on embracing sensitivity. Not so precise. Thank you for the gift. What about mood swings that can affect how I think and my intelligence? Are you sure it infects you? It doesn't change your intelligence. Maybe it makes your decision-making not as great when you're emotional. That's really everybody. What kind of causes that? As soon as someone asked your favorite movie, I said out loud Inception because I know you so well. What's going on, Evan? Are you going to see The Odyssey? I am. Not because I'm super excited about the movie, but because it's Christopher Nolan, and every Christopher Nolan movie is exceptional. So I have to see it. Also, why are you crying? Breakup. Welcome in, everybody. Would you rather have... it's not a legitimate question. What's going on? Shreya, how are you? I agree, I love him, but not super stoked on the story idea. Yeah. He'll make it good. He makes everything good. I didn't want to watch Oppenheimer. I'm like, dude, I don't care about that. But it was like, oh, it's Christopher Nolan. I gotta go see it. Family's getting toxic. Guess my mindset is different from theirs. Should I leave them? I wouldn't say leave your family. See if you could have a conversation with them about it. If not, you might have to create some sort of distance. It's possible. Welcome in, everybody. I'm doing so much better. I have a huge update for you if you ever want to hear about it. You'll be very proud. I do want to hear about it. Please, shoot me a message. My life changed today after I found out butterflies can walk. Oh, I didn't know that either. Actually, maybe I did. I don't know. How do you know if you can't handle something or if you're just anxious and letting that hinder things? Ooh, good question. How do you know if you can't handle something? You can't handle it if you genuinely... You know, honestly, I think you can always handle it. Because every single situation in your past where you thought you couldn't handle it, you handled it and you got to where you are now. So I don't think it's really a matter of, like, I can or can't handle it. It's how effectively can I handle it? Because maybe you don't have the effective tools right now to handle it in the best way possible. But you can always do it. Gotta go to sleep. Rest is very important. Yeah, I'll probably go to sleep soon as well. It's your birthday. Happy birthday, David. Can I get a shout out? What's going on, Kai? Welcome in, everybody. Are some of these questions so weird? Yeah, sometimes we got like troll comments that come in, so we just let them come in and ignore them. Still trying to figure out if crying is my way of coping. Crying is expression. Any tips on overcoming social anxiety? I freeze up and don't know what to say. I get embarrassed easily. Yeah, when you're genuinely curious about people, you don't run out of things to say. What do you do for work? What are you passionate about? What do you care about? What do you value? There's an endless amount of conversations. It's thinking that there's a right and wrong thing to say that makes you trip up and not know what to say because you're judging yourself. Stop judging yourself. Whatever thought comes up, whatever question comes up, ask it. Crying is expression. Can you elaborate? Well, literally neurologically, when you cry and tears come down, you're actually fully, like, there's literally chemicals embodied within it. So it's not just water. Like, you're literally expressing the pain, not just expressing it for the sake of like talking about it, but it's actually being released. Try deep breathing for anxiety. That's a good place to start. Welcome in, everybody. Can you have social anxiety even if you're a very social person? Yeah, you can. I think everybody has a little bit of social. Like, sometimes going up to people when you don't know them is scary, even if you're like a pretty social person. It depends. Like, for me, like, if I'm in like not the best mood, I might be more inclined to be more anxious going up to somebody. If I'm in a good mood, it's usually pretty easy. But it depends. He has attitude when he misses me and won't text all day. Gets mad if I don't stay over, but it's because I have work. Stuff you gotta solve. What do you recommend when you're spiraling or keep thinking the same negative thoughts for a while? A good question. Well, at some point during the negative thinking, you have to interrupt the loop and ask yourself how much of this negative thinking is reflective of reality and how much of it is just speculation and me trying to find an answer based on something that I don't know and won't know by thinking about it more. Like, sometimes we overthink about things that we just can't control. And I'm not going to sit here and say it's pointless because it's your mind running its course. But if you know you're not gonna find an answer by it, like, it's just not something in your control, and eventually you gotta interrupt the thought pattern, whether it's 5 minutes in, 15 minutes in. Just seem to feel worse after. Very true to his expression. Yeah, sometimes I feel lighter after I cry. Sometimes I feel worse. It depends. I mean, so if there's a lot of deep sadness, you don't just release all of it. You only cry once, even if you cry a lot. It's possible, Marina. What are you crying about? I missed it. Oh, my breakup. I have a road trip tomorrow just by myself with friends, no parents, so nobody will get mad. Beautiful. Let me know how it goes. Marina, did you say what because you didn't hear what I said, or you're like, oh, all right, no, there's hope. There's hope. There's hope. There is hope. At the time, I didn't want to live in the same place. So, we wanted to live in two separate places. And that has changed, but I'm not sure if that relationship will ever return or not. Oh my god, you AI. Yeah, I'm AI, bro. Ask me a question, I have all the answers. Same place as house or city? State. But now I want to live here. Is fear that a partner will leave you without proper evidence normal? If you've had some relationships in the past where, I mean, it can sometimes be a fear of abandonment that may stem all the way from childhood. Like if you felt you didn't fully get all of your needs met from your parents, like you might just fear everybody that you care about leaving you eventually. So am I going to say here and say it's like just normal, but common? Sure. Do you get obnoxious trolls on your channel? Yeah, I do, but I just ignore them so it doesn't ruin the vibe. How do you deal with these things? I only went through one serious breakup. How do you deal with it? You face all of the pain, and you feel bad for a long time. And it's hard to sleep, and it's hard to eat, and it's hard to stay focused. Flying to Colorado tomorrow alone to hang with two girls I met on the beach in California. I can't wait. Look at Jack. Look at you go, bro. Let me know how it goes. Do you stay in contact? That's my main issue. We are currently not talking to each other. Sometimes I wonder how you can care for someone and they can just change within a week. Oh, yeah, it's very interesting. Because you caring for someone isn't reflective of whether they'll care back. Is asking for reassurance seen as attention seeking? No, unless you're with a man that doesn't understand women. Because women are naturally, biologically, a little bit more neurotic than men. So women need a little bit more reassurance. A masculine man understands this. I'm not going to sit here and say he's perfect at giving reassurance, because occasionally I haven't always been the best at it. But no, it's not seen as attention seeking. It's a requirement for him to hold space for you for that. Can't eat when it happens. Don't want to go through that with my job. Yeah, but you can't not go through it just because you would suffer if you think it's the right choice. Buddy is perfect. Speak for yourself. Yeah. Everyone go listen to Buddy instead. I don't know anything. How handsome AI this is. Yeah, bro. Handsome AI. Bruh. What can I do as a broke teen to invest and earn money? Are you working at all? Thanks, bro. I got you. Thanks, buddy. Thanks, Buddington. I just subscribed. I appreciate you. YouTube Shorts Brain Rot. I appreciate the gift. I appreciate the gift. I love that name. YouTube Shorts Brain Rot. That's great. Bradley, what's going on, Molly? Welcome back. Oh, great, another American person. All right. I feel like the hardest things we go through is our biggest way. Oh, yeah. Through deep pain and deep loss, you see your soul. The truth reveals itself through that. When you're like just casually floating throughout life, living your normal experience, like avoiding things, not facing certain things, it's pretty easy to get by. But like when you go through a tremendous amount of grief and pain, like it is basically unavoidable. The truth reveals itself. Whether that's a beautiful truth or an ugly one. Staying in a relationship with someone that you know you're going to break up with soon selfish? Absolutely. If you know for certain that you're going to break up with them and you're just kind of staying with them and like, oh, I don't know, like what's the intentionality behind that? Never mind, you have very bad eye area and it makes me uncomfortable. I got to take my subscriber back. Sounds good. I've never heard that in my entire life. Bad eye area. What does that mean? Are you Christian? I'm not. I found out my boyfriend of 3 years cheated on me on a night out after a bar. I left him. I don't know what to do. Claudia, this is really challenging. I'm sorry to hear this. Being together for 3 years is a long time. And especially for it to end because it was just a random night out and he cheated is really rough. What are you feeling mostly right now? Good night, Brad. I'll text you tomorrow. I'll keep you updated. Sounds good. Yeah. Yeah, Buddy's comment is awesome. Since I haven't been able to work in a month, I've learned that sometimes we need to slow down. Absolutely. When I was in Europe, I every single day a new part of my leg would be in an immense pain, and it'd be hard to walk straight or have my feet fully planted on the ground. And I would still try to rush to places, and then I'd like interrupt myself, be like, "Wait, where am I running to? Like, there's no rush." It's like my body was forcing me to slow down. He did it 5 months ago, but I just found out yesterday because his friend said it in their group chat. Oh wow, he cheated on you 5 months ago. So this is a dishonest man. How has the general course of your relationship been? And definitely, if you feel called to, Claudia, shoot me a follow. I'd love to dive into it deeper in the DMs. I just keep doing things so he will want to break up with me, since it's not him, it's my own issues. Well, what are the issues? Are you sure you have to break up? Or can you work through this? Love you too, buddy. I emotionally cheated twice, but got help ASAP. She hated that I didn't tell her. We broke up. Fair. I mean, look, everybody is an individual person that makes their own decisions. Both people need to choose the relationship if it's going to work. Everyone's trash, can't go back to the streets. Scarcity mindset for me. You'll be okay. Do I still try? Oh, if she refuses to talk to you, then no. I'm jealous you went to Paris. I will say, out of the 5 countries I went to in Europe, Paris was the least favorite place I went to. But Paris also didn't get like a full, like, truthful rating from me because it was literally 100 degrees in Paris. So, like, I was just suffering the whole time. Unfortunately, not the man I thought he was. Yeah, Bal, you're allowed to still love her. You probably will for the rest of your life. But you'll think about her less over time. It's crazy that this happened at my peak moment at work as well. Yeah, maybe there's a purpose to that. Literally gonna end up buying a house myself because I'm not waiting anymore. Hey, you don't have to. What do you do when you moved away from your hometown 2 years ago and haven't made any friends? Have you like been approaching people in public and going to like events and stuff, or have you just been kind of isolating yourself? What's going on here? Self-growth, dating, relationships, spirituality. Ask any questions down below. We'll give you advice. Alyssa said, answer my question. Profession or love? Both. I wonder what that purpose may be. Maybe you'll find it out soon. Maybe it'll be later. I'm not at the same spot mentally when we started dating, and now I feel like he feels forced to stay with me. Yeah, you never want someone to feel forced to stay with you. But does he actually feel forced to stay with you, or is that something you're projecting out onto him? That accent definitely comes from Texas, am I right? No, not at all. I'm near New York. I'm out, man. See you soon. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow evening. Why is food and scrolling so addictive? Because they were both built to be something you want to consume all the time. Should I go back to my ex? He doesn't like my personality. How would it ever work if they don't like your personality? It's his birthday in a few days, so I just need to get over my issues for now. Yeah, you're not getting over the issues, you're just putting them to the wayside. Overcome fear of rejection from others. Get rejected more. You realize it's not that bad. Life goes on. You forget about it shortly after. Can you help me with something personal? What is it? What is it? I miss him and I can't live without him. Don't say that you can't live without him because they don't want you, so you're not going to live with them again. Just want to let you know you're strong and I got a good heart. If you ever need anything, we're here for you. I appreciate you, Riley. Social media makes loneliness much harder. That it does. That's why you got to spend more time in reality than on social media. Welcome in, everybody. I just find it hard to be around people and just lay in bed and cry a lot. I don't want him, I'm going to get the rest of the comment, to stay just, yeah, you wouldn't want someone to stay at a pity. But again, is this stuff you're working on? Because, yeah, feel free to shoot me a DM. I could definitely help you out with this. This shirt is not good. It doesn't fit me well, so everything's just sloppy. I always feel disconnected from people even when I try hard to be myself. Maybe you're not meeting the right people. How many people have you been talking to? Why does my personality seem to change depending on where I am or who I'm with? You're either trying to fit in and pretend to be somebody you're not, or you're just tapping into different parts of you with different people and they kind of bring out those different parts of you. Well, there's a few different possibilities. I'm suffering with my inner self and many bad things, and I'm trying hard to avoid when I'm alone. I hope you understand without me saying the problem I have. I understand partly. You can't avoid everything. You can't avoid your feelings. They come up either way. So you have to give space for it. Intentional space. Not sitting there for 6 hours, but intentional space. How bad would it be to give up having kids for a partner? I don't feel like I could ever resent her. Oh, you're saying like you want kids and she doesn't, and you're planning on giving up having kids to be in this relationship? Oh, that's a big one. Yeah, Max, we talked about this the other day, or at least some part of it. You feel that right now that you could never resent her. But if you know for certain that you want children, when you're 45 and 50, you're probably going to be thinking to yourself, I didn't have kids. And you might lose your mind. Like, actually. I'm not saying you will, but it's a possibility. Where's the comments? Here we go. Might feel kind of weird with nobody getting mad at me. That's good. How do I focus? Lucy, feel free to shoot me a follow. You keep popping in these lives. How do you focus? Set a time in your calendar to do said thing. Put your phone in another room, unless you need your phone for it. Shoot, I feel you. I'm not gonna lie, having to start over with someone else who wants kids is so scary. Max, I feel you. I feel you. Trying to start over when you are in a relationship that's so good. One person wants kids, the other person doesn't. Core value difference. You need non-negotiables in any relationship, absolutely. How do you hold on to hope that you will find the right people? As long as you're alive, there is hope, and there's possibility. You have wonderful eyes. Oh, thanks. How to accept myself? Well, first asking yourself, where do I not accept myself? I feel like I feel the real me only comes out at home. When I'm out, I don't act like myself. Are you afraid of people seeing the real you? That's a question. Julia said, how to get over my ex? Why did you guys break up? Hey, how's it going, bro? I'm doing alright. How are you? A lot of people stay together just because they don't want to start over. Sad, really. Yeah, I mean, it's when we're attached to somebody, we're attached to somebody. I don't know why I don't think so. Well, there's something there. Some sort of fear of judgment. They won't accept you. They won't see you. They won't understand. You don't know until you try. We used to fight a lot, but we were really immature. How old are you guys? And, like, what are you fighting about? I feel like she hates me because I kept asking to see if she'd change her mind. I don't think she hates you because of that. She just probably feels stuck when you're trying to ask her to change something that is so innate, in tune with her. But it's a conversation to have, for sure. Do you think no strings attached rule, where I don't know what no strings attached rule is. What is that? Could you define it for me? I don't like thinking about my friend that passed away. His picture keeps popping up on my Facebook. Is there any way you could have it not pop up? I wish life was a sitcom. Well, your life is a movie. Dude, I can't... Max and everyone on here. The amount of insane things that have happened in my life over the last 2 months. Like, I genuinely, like, looked up one day and I literally just said out loud, my life is a movie. Like, absolutely insane how everything played out. And it's still playing out. It's still going. It's like wild, insane. Just somehow kept running into this person. Somehow wanted to talk to this person and see them again, and I was going to. Like, they overlapped at a place I was going to go to, and then I didn't end up going to that place that night. Like, all this stuff over and over again. It's wild. No attachment after relationship and just for fun. You can't force yourself to not have attachments. You either fall into attachment or you don't. My life feels like it can be a huge movie as well. Been through so much, but a little at the same time. Yeah, it's always fluctuating. It's always going back and forth. Like, I've taken in so many different perspectives over the last few months, and so many different events happening. So many things I've learned about myself. So many things that were so simple. Certain things that were so deep. It's hard. I should probably actually just write all this stuff down so I remember this one day. Let me actually write down and do that right now. I gotta write this down. Write down. Alright, you guys ready? Write down all the crazy synchronicities in my life over the last 2 months. In quotes, my life is a movie. Life is a movie. I feel like I'm at the climax right now. I don't know where I am. Every time I think I'm at the top and it's like, alright, things are going to start to get normal again, it just doesn't. It just doesn't. But it keeps it interesting, eh? Interesting, painful, beautiful. I lost her. My favorite NBA player got traded and failed my exams in the time span of a week. Ooh. Yeah, that's a lot at once. You broke up or she did? She did. I'll be there when you need it. Like it's now. They'll keep happening when they should. Miss my younger self. I feel like my personality has changed. Well, maybe it's changed in a way that it needed to. Or maybe you feel disconnected from parts of yourself you could still rediscover. All my friends want me to join a fraternity or drink in college. Am I crazy for not wanting that? No. You're not crazy at all for not wanting that. Because most people that do that... I'm not saying anyone in a fraternity isn't intelligent. Because I've met a bunch of guys in frats that are very intelligent. But if they're just pressuring you to do that, to get over the breakup or whatever that is, it's not good advice. Like, you know what you want, stay true to that. Last year felt like a love story, this year feels like something huge is coming. If tomatoes or fruits is ketchup a smoothie? I guess. No strings attached doesn't work, someone always catches feelings, will get jealous, I agree. I agree. They're telling me it's part of the college experience, it's a normal part of life. That's their personal opinion. It's always here, the universe, the synchronicities are fun winks from it. Ronaldo lost. Oh no. You know what always like. So I used to look at sports as like, oh, it's so surface level, like people enjoy sports, it's stupid. Like I changed my perspective on that. Like I think it's cool. But like your entire day genuinely being ruined by your sports team not winning, like all right. We might be taking this a little bit too far. Do you like sitcoms and rom-coms? No. Because in every single sitcom and rom-com, the guy is portrayed as a completely non-masculine man who gets walked all over. What's your content about says it on the screen. I think it's been longer than 45 minutes. I think it has. We got the timing on point. I reveal secrets. Have you seen How I Met Your Mother? I have not. I've heard of it. I think I'm gonna get married when I'm older. Right now, I feel like the next 4 years is making a business. I mean, yeah, you could make a business, and you could also maybe in a year from now you meet the love of your life, and you don't have to get married, when you meet them. But always be open. You can build a business and love people at the same time. The men are portrayed as submissive and a doofus. Yep. And the women control them. Very interesting. Very interesting. Feeds into some dark fantasies, eh? Can you give me some advice on how to manage my time for work and study at the same time? Intentional time for work, intentional time to study. Separate the two. Why do I feel like she was the love of my life, even with the no kids thing? Well, because she was the love of your life. You loved her very much, and you probably still do love her. Just because you don't align on that doesn't mean you love her any less. I didn't hear what you said, you glitched. Can you throw the question down below again? You want to see real men who aren't like, you gotta watch Breaking Bad. I've heard of it. Do you struggle with not being as successful as you want to be or not being at your fullest potential? I mean, I'm not at my fullest potential. I'm always growing. I'm always learning. I'm always expanding. There's always more to do. I used to be really driven and carefree. Now I feel like I overthink everything. Start taking action before you're ready. You'll start to get back to that part of you. Is California better than New York City? I live right next to New York City. I actually haven't been to California, so I can't really compare the two. I have a few people that I know that live in LA, and my brother's in San Diego right now, but I haven't been there. Said it's very nice. Yeah, like thing about how anxiety is energy with no outlet or direction. Ooh, I like that. Is it wild to say that to her? That I don't love her less, or that it's a waste if we can't be together? Are you guys still together? Like, what's your communication? Like, what are we? Where are you guys at right now? Sometimes we talk about life too serious, but also not serious enough. Yeah, there's a balance between it. Thoughts about religion, very beneficial. Well, if you integrate it properly, and actually believe it, and don't just do it to do it. How do I find my own self-worth? Ask yourself, why am I not worth it right now? Start to show up for yourself at a basic level and find your passions, your interests, and chase after them. Been to LA twice and fell in love going to USC just because of how great the area is. Nice. Other thinking is pretty normal when you get older. What do you mean other thinking? What does that mean? I'm not a part of a particular religion. Deeply spiritual now. Colin, he's multi-streaming. Hey, don't make fun of Colin, but yeah, multi-streaming. self-worth is an unavoidable byproduct of processing your negative emotions. Missing piece. When are you going to start coaching? Have you started yet? We're going to the same college, but she left in the summer and we broke up. I go in the fall. When's the last time you talked to each other? Do you guys still talk to each other? Been looking for self-improvement creators for a while. Glad I found you. I'm glad you found me. Awesome. Awesome you're in. Feel free to shoot me a DM. Would love to connect deeper. Damn. Colin is throwing some hate comments down below. We were talking about staying friends, but it got heavy with everything. Now we're no contact. Yeah, I mean, being friends with your ex doesn't work. But I think just because it didn't work out, she knows that you love her. I don't think you need to break no contact just to say, just so you know, I love you. I think she knows that. Yeah, I know. I understand what you're saying, Max. Like, you want to say something so bad. I feel the only reason you would break no contact if something like if you genuinely for yourself realized, Max, that you don't want kids, then I think it's acceptable to reach out to her, text her, write her a letter, and kind of see where she's at. But if nothing has changed, there's no reason to reach out. It's just to serve your own emotional purpose. Feeling behind everyone else. How to cope with this feeling. Are you actually behind everyone else? Everyone's on their own journey. What are you trying to get ahead with? What are you trying to do on your journey is the question. How do you change the trajectory and routine of your life? Well, it's what's the purpose? What's the intention? What job industry am I trying to get into? What business am I trying to start? What type of relationship am I trying to create? You have to get really clear on that. And the routine is just the small integration of that. It's the trajectory and the values behind it itself that are going to determine where you're going. And then you craft the small tasks you have to do on a daily and weekly basis to get there. I've done it a lot in my personal life, a little outside of that, live day by day. I think you'd be really good at it. If you want, you could shoot me a DM. We could set up a call for next week. I could just kind of walk you through how I do it. I like that, bro. You're on the money. Glad it resonates. How do you remove fear and take risks? I've been too careful. You don't remove fear. You just take the risk with the fear. I'm terrified of heights. When I was in Switzerland a few weeks ago, I went paragliding in the Swiss mountains. I was afraid. I did it anyway. So it's not just removing fear and taking risks. It's only a risk if you're afraid. You're not risking anything if you just feel comfortable doing it. That's amazing. Yeah, Lucy, feel free to shoot me a follow. I'd love to see you back in here. You've been in here a few times. Do you feel that age has anything to do with giving people advice? Genuine question. What do you mean age has to do with anything? What does that mean? How to communicate normally for real. I don't know what you mean by normally, but be open. Communication is just the words and the expression of what's truthful inside. I mean, it's more of a motivation to post and recruit issue. I'm confident in doing it. So then just start doing that. Gotten feedback and can tell when I'm helping people. I mean, yeah, you make a lot of good points here. Fear keeps you alive. Some of the troll comments are so funny. The older you are, the more life you have lived, so it's better to get advice from someone who has lived more than of a life. Potentially. I ran into a guy who was in his 80s at the library, and every piece of advice he gave me was the worst piece of advice ever. Like, he was the perfect example of who I should not be. Never studied what he wanted to in school, never did work that he enjoyed, married the wrong woman, was addicted his whole life. And his one piece of advice to me was don't get married. I was like, okay. Alright, buddy. Just because you messed up your whole life doesn't mean I have to, too. Sometimes I think my fear keeps me from doing stupid things. It does that, too, yeah. also keeps you from doing the things you want to do. I followed, and yes, I'm way older than you, but I would definitely reply on most of your priceless advice. I mean, I've helped hundreds of people in my coaching practice. I'm in my early 20s. Most of my clients are older than me. I have clients that are 40 that have a wife and 2 kids. So it's really about the content of what we're diving into, not what someone's age is. Can you talk a little bit slower? No, I'm going to keep talking fast. What's my sign? Guess. Everybody always guesses it wrong. Thanks for the follow, Lucy. Looking forward to seeing you back in here. I keep thinking about my friend. We should have had more time. Yeah, it's wasn't up to you. Order McDonald's? Oh, there's no shot. There's no shot I'm eating McDonald's. Actually, I had a nightmare a few months ago where I ate McDonald's. Yes, I said nightmare, not dream. I was actually afraid when I put it in my body. Do you meditate? Not as much anymore. I don't meditate that much. I mean, I do a form of meditation, I guess, like grounding myself, being present, but like sitting down and doing it, not that often. One of my coaches keeps telling me to do it, though. I haven't been making time for it. Fear definitely took some things I'd love to do away. I feel like that topic of life advice is related to the number of experiences one has had. Yes, also research, integration. Exactly as the content and focus, reflection of life aspects. Is it better to be alone or be surrounded by a bunch of people that don't share your values? Alone. Because if none of them share your values, you're going to feel alone, regardless. I'm not sitting here and saying cutting them off, but I am sitting here and saying you might need to spend less time with them. Am I forced to go to college instead of university? What's the difference between college and university? Is college like maybe like a 2-year school, and then university is 4 years? Is that what that is? I don't make these connections. I dropped out of university. Hey, just found your TikTok. Why did you block me on Instagram? That's where I said, yo, that's a crazy troll comment. Your passion to meditation is like my passion to try to get clients. Do you have advice for bad environment work? I don't exactly know what you mean by bad environment work. How do you stop worrying about things that haven't happened yet? Well, you got to ask yourself the question, the things that I'm worrying about that haven't happened yet, is it guaranteed that they're happening? Or am I just creating stories around it that most likely won't happen? Tell me believing in God helps support us emotionally and mentally. Of course it does. I feel that the topic of life advice is related to... Oh, I already answered that. Or addressed that. QP said, by the way, you're so hot. Yeah. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? What are we doing? Let's get some more questions. Content made it all the way to the Middle East. There we go. We're worldwide. We are worldwide. No, because I'm telling the truth. I appreciate it. Watch Detective Sheep. It's goofy. Is there a way to improve anxiety? Start taking more action. So you've pumped your brakes on your sports hatred? Yeah, I have actually. I have. I've started to enjoy the more what I would call surface level realms of life. Like I went to a club with my friends last weekend. Right? Yeah, last weekend, last Friday. I was completely sober, had 2 waters in my hand the whole time, and I was having a great time. It was great. But I would usually say like, "Oh, the club's stupid." Dude, I actually had fun. So yeah, I'm opening up. Like I'm not. I don't do it. I don't want to do it consistently and do it in the same way that other people do it. But I found my own way to enjoy it. What do you think about people who believe in the universe? They believe in the universe. I feel like when you plan and think and learn too much, you end up not doing it. Stop planning. Have one action that you need to take and take the action. Have PTSD, create situations in my head that haven't happened and I constantly worry about them. Are there things in your life that you can do, stories you can create on positive things intentionally, and then maybe take some action in relationship to it? Is that a possibility? You don't have to believe in the universe, you're in it. Ah. It's like believing in breathing. Yeah, I don't believe in breathing, bro. I don't believe in it. Yeah, that's good. Need to give you some advice about school. I'm really scared. You'll be just fine. Meet new people. Do what you have to do. Breathing's for me. That's a good one. Welcome in, everybody. Is what you're doing some sort of career or profession? Yeah, that's what I do. Have you been in higher spirits lately? I've been all over the place. I've been in high spirits. I've been in exceptionally low ones. I've been all over the place. The last 2 months have been wild. Crazy, I'm about to graduate college. Feels like I just started it. I keep thinking about that type of stuff, like how, I said it on the session too, like how time just feels like it's just moving faster and faster. You're doing pretty well then. I appreciate you. Do you offer consultations? I do, E12. You could shoot me a DM about it. Also, if you just click on my profile, my website, mightybrad.com, should be there, and there's a section on there. Whether it's like book a call. You could just pick your own time. Is that normal? I've been dealing with that too, with grief. Is what normal? I feel like most of my time is me being in my head. That's why you got to start to get into your body. Never thought about it like that. Never thought of that, to be honest. Well, now you can integrate something new. What are these other language comments? What's going on? Emotions being all over the place? Oh yeah. Either way, I can tell you're going through it in a healthy and integrated way. I'm trying my best. I appreciate that recognition. Yeah, I can mute them. How do you mentally deal with a big event like a competition? Prime yourself and train the best you can. Show up as best you can. Why is public speaking still a problem for money people across the world regardless of their cultures? Oh, I don't public speak for money. Like, I don't really make money doing this. I make money coaching, like working with clients. I'd be able to tell you if you were running from yourself and living a lie. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I tried that before. Never ended well. That was years ago. I need to face the truth, whatever it is, at all moments, no matter what pain it brings. When small problems feel like a really big deal, is it just me adding unnecessary drama? It could be, or it could also be it is a big problem. You're just trying to undermine it for yourself because maybe it's small for somebody else. What to do if your girlfriend cheated on you and is meeting a new person while keeping you there? They're not keeping you there. You're keeping yourself there, Archie. If your girlfriend cheated on you, she chose somebody else over you. Do you want to be a second option? I don't think you do. You don't have to be. So feel free to shoot me a follow. I'd love to dive into this deeper with you. Help you process it. It's not easy at all. The life coach guy, what's going on? Why am I not getting a girl? Are you talking to any women? Coming for you, Brad. Be ready. All right, I'm ready. You're still taking questions. That we are. Is it okay to be upset about things that happened years ago that I should be over by now? It's okay to be upset about things that happened years ago. The question is, why haven't you been able to let go of them? That's the question. Glad to hear you're still going at it. How's your day been? My day has been one of the most. Uh, can I really say one of the most emotional days I've had? I've had every single day has been emotional for me the last 2 months. Um, Very emotional day. I'll say that. I will say that. Cried at least like 5 or 6 different, more than 5 and 6 different times. I'm divorced. My ex tells our kids all kinds of stuff about me, and they don't seem to like me. That's not good. Do you get to see your children? Well, you look like you're handling it really well. I'm trying my best. Trying my best. It's all any of us could do. Where do you live? I live in the United States. Yeah, that's always like the interesting part, right? It's like people are like, "Oh, like you're handling it so well." I'm like, "Uh-uh. Uh-uh. You you should see me anytime I'm not around people." Um, no, but I'm doing good. What I'm processing is not. I mean, I'm doing the best I can with it. Um, Gotta go with the ebbs and flows. Uh, Started a gym membership today, so I've got that going for me. That's incredible. That's awesome. It's a big step. A lot of people are like, oh, it's just a gym membership. Getting in the gym is a good step, and it's a big step. Do you have an IRL support system? I do. I do. Had some very, yeah, had some deep conversations last night. Doing well is just actually doing it, processing, not how pretty it looks. Watched the Call of Duty tournament. I did not. I love the gym, just can't go for 3 more months. Oh, didn't you have a health thing going on, right? Feel anxious with literally anything, can't even go to the gym by myself. Is it that you can't go to the gym by yourself, or you just feel a little bit stuck? What am I drinking? It's Olipop. It's like healthy soda, as healthy as soda could get. It's like mostly pretty natural ingredients. There's like 2 grams of sugar, so it's not like anything crazy. This dude who has a girlfriend still follows me after he said he wasn't ready. Interesting. What do you think it means? And are you engaging in that? May I ask you if you have grown up with both mom and dad or a single parent? I grew up with both my parents. Luckily, I'll start physical therapy. Good. I mean, I can, but I don't want to go alone. I always feel like I'm being judged. It's your own projection. Nobody's judging you. Can you be over an ex-girlfriend and still find her attractive, or does that mean I'm not over her? Oh no, if you find your ex-girlfriend, like, you found her physically attractive, you're not, just because you may or may not be over her, you're still going to find her physically attractive, sure. That's not like a representation of if you're over her or not. Tommy, I'm gonna. I don't even know if I should suggest this, because it's like a thought that eats you alive. So I'm not gonna suggest it. It's like a little test I do to see if like I'm over somebody. If you think about it, and you're not over them. You're just mentally torturing yourself. So don't necessarily have to dive into it. Does money make women more or less attractive? Neither one. It's not really. Doesn't make them more or less attractive. Money just amplifies who somebody is. Friends said he's been a player and is surrounded by girls as a musician. Are you looking for something serious? Is asking for help seen as weak? No. Asking for help is only seen as weak from people who are weak and refuse to ask for help. Do you think kids with a divorced parent would be somehow emotional suffering? Uh, Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, kids suffer a lot from having divorced parents. 100%. Doesn't mean they're not going to turn out good. It just means that, yes, it makes things very much more complicated. Bradley, why do you ignore my comments? Bro knows my full name? What the? Bro knows my full name. When we meet, he seemed to be serious, wanted to see if two people vibe well. Well, he's in a relationship currently, right? I blocked my boyfriend. I gave him plenty of chances, but he didn't change, so I walked away. I miss him. What did you give him chance? What did you need him to change? Bro, this is AI. Nah, bro, it's not AI. We don't do no AI. I feel really bad asking for help when I know people have it worse than me. It's not whether someone has it worse than you or not. Because like everybody's going through their own unique problems, and you deserve to have that someone help you with it. He said that before our first and only date. He's in a relationship now, right? Yeah, I mean, I just wouldn't give this any more attention if he's in a relationship. Do you think feminists are behind kids suffering when they convinced married gals to get divorced? I mean, anyone convincing people to get divorced just for the sake of doing it is stupid, unless there's an actual reason they need to get divorced. Do you think passion and determination are desirable traits? 100%. They're deep core values. He doesn't treat me well. He keeps disappearing and coming back without any reason. Yeah, that's not something you could keep up. Do you like cooking? To be honest, not really. Can't say I do. I guess unlike the past few times I came to one of your streams, I actually have a part of a life thing to share. Well, whether you're just listening or sharing, both are acceptable. How do you know if you're in need from others or if you could handle things alone? I mean, look, you could handle anything yourself. You could at the end of the day, but it might make it easier and you might solve it quicker if you get other perspectives and talk to people about it. Like, I could handle all my stuff myself if I really needed to, but I like having my own coaches. I like having a support system and having people that I care about and they care about me. But also, I think there's certain things you can't solve alone. Not that you can't, but like you don't see in yourself. And having a conversation with someone, they might see something that you don't. I just thought it was weird considering that in his words, he can't show up for me. Well, yeah, I mean, if he's just surrounded by girls all the time and he doesn't want commitment, of course he can't show up for you. I just like how creative he can be with it. Real talk, what should I do to learn from my mistake of emotionally cheating? Okay. Emotionally cheating, what do I learn from it? Were you really that connected in the relationship you were in? Were your needs being met? That's the first reflection to have, because if your needs aren't met for an extended period of time, your mind naturally starts to look elsewhere. What's the difference between a life coach versus a therapist? Okay, so therapists are more in like the medical industry in line with like psychologists, psychiatrists. I don't deal with diagnoses. I have clients with diagnoses, but I don't treat them directly. I help everyday people transform their lives. Also, as a life coach, I have a lot more freedom when I'm expressing as a therapist. So that I've had a lot of clients say like, "Hey, I've been going to therapy for 4 years. Doing a few sessions with you is more helpful." I'm not saying therapy isn't helpful. It's just different per person. But like therapists have to be very, very careful about what they say. I'm of course careful about what I say because I don't ever want to point someone in the wrong direction. But I'm able to talk about my own experiences a lot more. There's a lot more creativity. There's a lot more, hey, here's the actionable steps of what to do, not just think about it and feel. I do suggest people to do that too. But a lot of my coaching is like, hey, where do you want to go? How am I going to help you get there? And let's make sure you get there. Therapy is obviously similar, but sometimes therapists, they kind of milk you. Like, you sit there in the office and like, interesting. Hmm. I'm just making jokes at this point. I have nothing against therapy. Um, um, Dating apps are not working well for me. How can I meet a genuine man for dating as a woman? Approaching men in reality. You find him cute. Hey, what's your name? I think you're cute. Start a conversation. I know it's scary, but that's how I met my ex-girlfriend, by approaching her at a coffee shop. Most beautiful relationship I've ever been in my entire life. Do you enjoy talking about astrology? I actually haven't dived into research around astrology, so I don't have any insight around it. I used to always get told I need therapy, but I was like, nah, it doesn't seem too beneficial. I mean, you could try it. It's different for everyone. As I continue dating around, how can I also watch my anxious attachment style? See where it shows up in your behavior, in your communication, and see what you can shift. You're allowed to feel anxious, but not to just make decisions based on anxiety. Yes, Tommy. Unfortunately, we did. What makes a person confident? Doing the things they say they're going to do that they want to do. Taking more action rather than thinking about it. The theme of what we've been talking about. The gym thing is a bigger health kick, but I have a bad history with this type of thing. Years ago, I stopped blank to lose weight, and now I'm starting to eat a lot less every day. Thoughts? Listen to your body. If it doesn't need as much food as it used to, that's okay. But maybe just increase it a little bit and see how you feel. What do I think about Geminis? Again, I don't have any opinions. I don't know, the differences and stuff like that. How do I become a life coach? That's a very intricate conversation. In your opinion, what's the best investment you've ever made? Ooh, best investment you've ever made. In recent times, going to 5 countries in Europe for 2 weeks. Older times, probably paying my first mentor $3,000, which was a lot of money. He's the one who got me into coaching. I honestly can't say it was worth $3,000, but technically, since it allowed me to get the inspiration to start my business, it was worth it. So sorry to hear about that. Felt heartbroken by the delusion, realized. Yeah, we create the own heartbreak. How do I overcome fear of rejection? I'm also afraid to accidentally ask someone who's already taken. If they're taken, they're taken. They'll say, I'm in a relationship. You say, sounds good. Enjoy the rest of your day. Walk away. You overcome the fear of rejection by getting rejected. What's the best energy investment you've made? Ooh, it's an interesting question. Energy investment. I don't know how to answer that. How would you define energy investment? Like what I've invested my energy into? Relationships, romantically. Do you like reading tarot cards? I've never spent time reading them. Is college a good investment or a waste of money? If you're investing in college to get a degree that you're going to use to then have a career and make money, it's worth it. If you go to college to have a college experience and you're not going to use the degree, it's a waste of your time. Been chatting live streams a lot more to get used to being perceived by other people. And then the next step after that is going to be in person. So you approach people at the gym, all that good stuff. What was my GPA? Oh, I have no idea. What was my GPA? It was probably pretty high. It definitely wasn't like 4.0. It was probably I don't know. Is 3.8 good? I don't know. It was probably something around there. How do you remove any attachment to money? Ugh. Remove any attachment to money? I don't know about that. Not be as attached to money? That's a different question. Not be as attached is you're more attached to living your life and then seeing money as a tool. I'm going to go for the experience. Well, there's no point in getting into debt and spending tens of thousands of dollars for an experience. Because here's the thing. If you're going to school and university just for the college experience and not to get the degree, just walk onto the campus. Just walk onto the campus and go talk to people and go to the events. You don't have to be a part of it unless it's a private university, but a lot of them are public that are big ones. My boyfriend cheated on me. How can I move on? I'm sorry to hear that. You're gonna have to face the pain, but don't take it personally. People who are disconnected from themselves cheat on people. He didn't cheat on you because of you. I should just say Hallmark stuff. The best investments is in yourself. Yeah. Is it okay? My husband's baby mama blank without knowing the whole story. I don't know why she's. You gotta give me more context there. 4 months in. Very nice. How do I respond to insults? Please don't say that again. There. Or, are you okay? Or you don't even say anything. You just look at them. Confidence comes from self-worth, knowing what you're good at. Yeah, and just doing things that you're not good at too. 3 people closely attached and related. I don't know exactly what you mean by that. Cool. Oh my god, guys, we're almost at 6,000 followers. We need 7 more followers. Yo, guys, if you feel called to, shoot me a follow. We need 7 more followers and we're hitting 6K. That's awesome. How can I move on with my life when friends left without saying anything? They gave you all the closure you needed. They didn't want to have a conversation. She told my husband to handle a situation. If he didn't, she will, and it won't be in a nice way. Yeah, I don't know. What's the situation? Alright, we need 2 more followers to hit 6K. 2 more followers. If anyone wants to follow. 2 more followers till 6,000 followers. Will you tell me one of your synchronicities? Yes. There's a girl I knew in high school. And I ran into her 3 or 4 separate times within the time span of a month in 3 separate locations. I hadn't seen this girl in years. Just having a conversation with her, told her about my breakup, told her about traveling, my uncertainties, things I was figuring out. And as I talked to her more and more, what I realized, and I said this to her, I'm like, you're the woman version of me. Like she's a reflection of me, which was so interesting. Of course, we're like she's not the same person as me, but like so many beliefs, viewpoints, uh, backgrounds, like I'm like you're literally me, which is really interesting. 6K likes to go with the 6K followers. Awesome, we're almost there. I'm afraid of relationships. How can I get over that? Well, the question is, so are you? No. I'm not talking to her romantically. She's in a relationship. I do have conversations with her, but like no, not romantically. Why are some people naturally extroverted? Because of how they grew up, their parents were, and whatever the case is. We had like 3 separate people say, "So are you talking to her?" No, I'm not. Why don't you get as much satisfaction out of things as I used to? Maybe you outgrew them, or maybe you're just in a tough place right now. Thanks, Riley. See you soon. That's a crazy synchronicity, though. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, of course. Yeah, there's a lot more, too. I was actually, of course, like, shortly after you go through a breakup, you're just like, oh, what if I run into them? I almost ran into her. I saw she, like, posted a place she was at on her story, and I was gonna be there the night before. My friends decided not to go, so I didn't go. Wasn't meant to see her at that time. Was anxiously attached to girlfriend, getting better, but I want to generate more attraction again between us. You guys are still together. Do you know you have green eyes? I do know that. They're green and blue. Alright, thanks, story. How to start getting excited about the future. I feel like I have nothing to look forward to. Craft a really deep vision around it. If you could create the best life possible, what would that look like for you? Then you start to find the steps to do it. Alright, everyone, it's really late my time. I was not expecting to be on here this late, but I'm processing a lot, and you guys are helping me do it. So I appreciate you guys holding space for me as much as I do for you. So feel free to like, feel free to follow, feel free to subscribe. I'll see you guys back in tomorrow. But actually, before we go, we need 2 more followers to get 6,000 followers. We have 70 people in here. There's no way all 70 people in here follow me. If you guys want to see my face again, shoot me a follow. We need 2 more followers to get to 6K. So I appreciate you guys very much. If I didn't answer your question, I keep seeing the questions coming in. Shoot me a DM about it. Shoot me a follow. Thanks for this. Really needed this today. I'm glad to have you in here. Yeah, appreciate you guys very much. We'll see you guys tomorrow's Friday. So I'm probably gonna go live earlier in the day because I got rehearsal in the evening. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hit up my DMs if you need me. And peace out, everybody. See you soon. Appreciate you guys.